In late August, there's a certain lull in the garden. It's time for reflection, for planning, but it's also a time to putter in the garden, to do jobs that just didn't get done. But it's also great to discover surprises. Our first surprise is this beautiful little impatient that popped up from last year's seeds, and that just shows you how tough impatiens are. They're growing in this one in some of the worst soil, and I'm just going to move it right up here. Well, we had another surprise where the squirrels got in here and dug up the impatiens that were in here, and I bet you by the end of the season that'll be a nice looking plant. There's actually another little one right over here. I found this hanging basket in the greenhouse, and again, it is sprouted from petunias from last year. They were hybrid, so it's reverted to some parent. Not a really vigorous variety, but we're going to bring it back to life since it's been sitting in the greenhouse all summer with a little bit of liquid organic fertilizer. Nice surprise, though. Next up is a not so nice surprise. Well, I guess this shouldn't be a surprise, but I got 2 bucks running, and now they're coming in the garden and going after these hostas, and we're using our old reliable Bobex to keep these plants safe for the rest of the season. Well, here's a little trick I learned from the National Arboretum in DC, and if it's good enough for that garden, it's certainly good enough for mine. This rhododendron has started to put buds on. This is getting heavy. It's kind of infringing on the rest of the garden, so we're just going to give us a little bit more light by supporting it with an old stick, and you'll never even see it there. We got a little bit more light, and that's perfect. Now that's what I call puttering. We're not done. Well, since we do have a little bit of breathing room, it's a good time to check the garden out, look for little things, and this Japanese maple that I love, called Bihue, all this is going to turn red in the winter. It looks amazing. Talked about it a lot, but it's got some deadwood on it. No matter what time of the season, we're always snipping off deadwood, and this one's got plenty to take off. Good job to do this time of the year when we don't have much else to do. A couple more here. All right, then we're going to finish up with one of my favorite places in the garden. Well, we call this the Fern Room, and to be honest with you, this is the first time that I've sat here all summer. That's how busy it's been. But it's just so wonderful to sit here in the quiet, look into the forest. Sometimes you'll see deer walking by. Sometimes a little chipmunk will come up. One time a snake came through. Do as I say, not as I do. Spend some time just sitting in the garden, and check me out online too. I've got a free garden symposium coming up for my subscribers to the Seed of the Month Club. I would love for you to be a member of that. Until next week, boy, Max and I are just going to sit here and enjoy the woods, huh? All right, we'll see you then. What do you think, Max?
So just go. just once there. It's Pugsley. Go. There we go. All right, rolling.
Well, we call this the Fern Room, and to be honest with you, this is the first time that I've sat here all summer.